Welcome to Amsterdam.
Okay, so it is great being here, but we actually had the craziest night and we had to switch hotels literally at like 1 a.m. in the morning because something crazy happened. We don't want to distract from the vlog, so we're gonna tell the story at the end of the video. So if you want to hear what happened, stay tuned.
So this morning we had tickets to go to the Anne Frank house.
But right before that, we stopped and got some breakfast. Now, I probably don't recommend doing this, but we got a breakfast place right next to the Anne Frank house. We were tight on time, so we had to do it. I expected it to be kind of more like touristy and stuff, and it was fine, but you know, we got some paninis, we got some banana bread, some stuff, it was good. A Red Bull, of course, to get the morning going, and then we went to the Anne Frank house.
And the Anne Frank house was definitely a really good experience. It was definitely very moving and a must-see if you come to Amsterdam. Some of the locals will try to tell you that it's a tourist trap and you shouldn't do it, it's not worth it. But if you can book your ticket ahead of time, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, we both absolutely loved it. It's a must-do, and it was extremely moving, extremely somber. We're glad we did it, and now we can go on to the next step of this journey. Now, when you think Amsterdam, you probably think bikes, and you'd be correct, this is the bike capital of the world, but nothing prepares you before you see it in person. It is insane. You'll see grandmas, you'll see businessmen, businesswomen, skirts, dresses, it doesn't matter. People are riding their bikes. I mean, literally, like right now, there's just like bikes everywhere. It is so cool though. I actually really like it. And I don't know why I'm so surprised, but it's definitely a sight to see and definitely a lot different. All right, we just got fries from the famous place called, I'm definitely gonna say it wrong, Mannequin Piss. I wish I could say it right, but I just can't, and I own up to it. But anyway, we're gonna test this out. This place is famous, the best fries in Holland. Give it a shot.
I don't know how I feel about this because I like sauce. I'm a sauce person, but it's just like a big glob on the top.
There we go, taste test. We got their secret sauce, so Maddie says it's just mayo.
It's just mayo. It's like sweet mayo. It's good. I mean, it's nothing special. It's sauce on fries.
Sauce on fries, pretty good combo. Of course, Maddie, the cheese queen, finds the cheese store. Never thought I'd eat 3-year-old cheese, but it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. So 3 of the most famous Dutch foods that we were really excited about were the fries, which we already tried, the stroopwafels, which we're gonna get more of, but we did already try it, so you missed that, but we're gonna have it again, don't worry. And then number 3 is the pancakes. We're gonna go find out how the pancakes really are, so let's go. So most people go to the Pancake Bakery, which is a really famous place here in Amsterdam where they have their pancakes. Just so you know, they come sweet and savory. So I think we're gonna try both kinds, but we decided to try out this place instead because we heard kind of mixed reviews. Some people said the other place was a little overrated. We don't know. This place was closer. It has a carousel inside. We're gonna check it out. Guys, this is so good. I'm really basically just going from the sweet pancake, which is an apple cinnamon one, to my savory pancake, which is a ham and mushroom and cheese one. Even if you're not a big pancake person, you gotta come here just for the experience because they're huge and delicious, and definitely would recommend this. All right, day 2, we're starting off the day off right. We're getting my favorite thing ever, which it became my favorite thing ever 2 days ago when I had it for the first time, but stroopwafels, let's go.
One with M&M's. Yeah.
We're gonna start off the day with 3 fun facts of Amsterdam. Fun fact number 1, if you see a place called a coffee shop, it's not a coffee shop. They sell recreational items that you ingest to make you feel a certain way. I said that so the YouTube algorithm doesn't destroy me. Fun fact number 2, stroopwafels are amazing. Get them, but pro tip, we're in like a pretty popular shopping area right now. This stroopwafel costs like 7 to 8 euros, which is outrageous. We were getting them the other day at a street vendor and they were 2 euros. So just keep that in mind, but I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Pro tip number 3, the red light district. Beware, it is an insane place. You'll know it's a red light district by the red lights that are everywhere. Red lamps, literally red lights in the windows. And it is a place where women can work on the streets legally here, if you know what I mean. Again, got to be careful with my wording because YouTube, but we're actually going there right now during the day just to kind of see what it's like. Honestly, we would go at night because that's when it's like really alive, but we have work to do later tonight, so we can't. But we're gonna go during the day, see what's up. Okay, so we're actually really close to the red light district right now, and we're not allowed to film there. Yesterday, I did see like my first taste of it. Maddie missed it, but like we were walking down an alley and I literally looked to my right because I saw movement, and there was a girl wearing barely anything in a window with red lights on her, and she was just posing there, sitting there, and she's just looking me dead in the eye. And I mean, I'm not mocking anyone. I'm not, you know, this is just normal here. Like this is what it's like here in the red light district, but as Americans, that is completely insane to us. But yeah, so we're gonna go in there now. Not gonna film anything, not gonna get in trouble, not gonna get demonetized on YouTube. We'll see what's up though. Red light district, here we go.
Honestly, I like water. So we loved the pancakes so much yesterday that we caved and decided to do it again today. But this time we came to the famous place, the Pancake Bakery, and we're gonna compare and let you guys know which one is better. They're like really big and they look amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, look at this. I got bacon and cheese. Brady got ham and cheese. And then we're sharing the Dutch pancake, which has stroopwafels on it. And ice cream. It has ice cream on it.
Okay, you guys, fast forward a little bit. We are in Paris now. As promised, to wrap up our Amsterdam trip, we're gonna tell you an insane story of why we had to switch hotels in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. in Amsterdam. First, just real quick, Amsterdam was awesome, guys.
Loved it.
It was great. Like,
especially after we got in a new hotel.
The hotel made it better. Seriously, Amsterdam though was one of our favorite destinations, I think.
Yes.
We both agreed that like...
Love the city.
Yeah.
Love the atmosphere.
Someone asked us if we had to live in one of the places we've been on this month-long trip, where would it be? And Amsterdam was on both of our lists.
Okay, so let's start with the initial booking of this place, which was Brady. So tell them how you found this place and why we booked it.
I was on Expedia. Amsterdam's a very expensive place. Just know that going into it. Hotels are very expensive. But I found a place that was pretty close to town. It was within walking distance, you know, like maybe a mile or so away from the center. And I was like, you know what, that's good enough. I saw that it wasn't the best place, but the reviews weren't awful. It looked okay. There weren't a lot of options, and I chose this hotel. We are trying to make this trip as budget friendly as possible. We had a budget and we're trying to stick within that, which is why Brady decided to pick this location. And we don't mind walking. We want to be able to walk, even if it's a little bit longer of distance. But when we checked in, everything was all good. We get into our room and realize that it is a shared bathroom hotel. So our room is literally just a room. I got a little video of it on my phone, so we'll insert it here. It's just the room. Like the bed is against the wall and there's a little tiny space. You can maybe slide in all 4 of our suitcases lined up, and then there's no walking room. Yeah. You've got a cupboard, which is an important thing to note going forward. You've got a cupboard that's like movable, right? It's just like a closet. You can move it. Super light, IKEA style. And you've got a sink with a little trash can underneath it, but then the bathroom is shared, so it's outside of the room somewhere else. So already that, we're like, okay, we're here for 3 days? 3 nights. It was 3 nights. By the way, it was actually already over budget It's not like, oh, let's go here because we'll save some money. Like, no, this is already over our budget.
Yeah, we're like, oh my gosh.
So it is what it is. But we got in that night and we fell asleep for like an hour. I woke up to a noise, and I kept hearing this like noise. It was like a trash can. And I woke up and I kept like ignoring it, but then I like fully woke up and I was like, that could only be one thing. And I woke up Maddie and I was like,
no, okay. I was dead asleep. When I sleep hard. He wakes me up and I'm just like summoned from the dead, like, what's wrong?
And I'm like, I think there's something at this point.
No, you specifically said, I think there's a rat.
Okay, I'm like, I think there's a rat in the room. So I turn on my light, I shine it over there at the little trash can.
And immediately see
and it climbs out. It technically wasn't. I mean, I don't think it was.
We don't know.
It was a decent sized mouse. Dude, rodent.
It could have been a rat.
Matter.
I don't know.
If you're American and you don't, unless you live in like New York or whatever, you don't really experience rats and mice that much.
Remember
like,
too, we went up the stairs. We're on the second story of this place in this tiny room. Yeah, so immediately as he turns on the light, we see the rat.
Out.
There's only one area it can be in.
Yeah.
One area. It comes out. It is about to like go on all of our luggage, suitcase. There's nowhere for it to go.
But it runs behind the
cupboard, the
cupboard thing, and we're like, oh my gosh. So at this point, we're hoping that it like went through its like little hole or whatever, because we don't see any holes.
There is no hole. I check under the bed. Oh, also under the bed is on the ground. It can't even crawl under the bed. There's like a solid strip of where it could go and where it could come from. So yeah, it goes back behind the cabinet. We're like, okay, it went back there, and I'm like, babe, kick the cabinet over, lock it in.
Yeah, so it can't like get out of the hole that we are imagining is behind this thing. So we push it, and then I'm like trying not to be like that picky right now. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're in Europe, especially places like Amsterdam and Paris too. There's lots of rats, rodents, whatever. I was like,
no big deal.
Don't freak out. Like, it's gone. Right?
And me being a woman, I'm not freaking out either, you guys. Like, it's chill. It's whatever.
Yeah, we're just trying to stay positive at this point. It's midnight.
Laughing it off.
It is midnight. Okay, first night. So we push the thing, we're like, all right, we're probably good now. We try to go back to sleep. We're like half asleep, whatever. And I hear it again.
No, we hear it running.
Yeah, it's running on the ground.
It's running.
It's not a big room, guys. It is a tiny little square. So if it's running around the room, that means it's within 5 feet of you, okay?
Or less.
So I turn on my flashlight again, and I see it run towards us on the ground, under our luggage. Like, our luggage is open. So that's what freaked me out the most. It's like, it's in our clothes now. And at that point, I'm like, oh my gosh, we can't do this. We're never going to fall asleep at this point.
Yeah, and I think what happened at that point was maybe we locked it out of its hole or something. We still, to this day, don't know.
Who freaking knows?
What happened next was even worse.
So we turn on the lights. We're like on the bed at this point.
We're standing on the bed.
We're like, okay, I'm not getting on the ground because I don't want a rat to freaking run up my leg or anything.
Yeah.
I put on my shoes and I'm like, I'm going to go down and talk to the front desk guy. I'll skip this part over a little faster so it's not too long or anything. But like, I go down there. His name's Gert. He's like super Dutch. Nice guy. But he's like, yeah, like we have rats in Amsterdam. I'm like, yeah, but it's running around our room.
And I'm like,
so
do you know the size of the room?
We want to leave. Like, I want a refund. And he's like, are you sure? Like, it's pretty normal. I mean, and he's like, I've been here for a while. We've never heard of any rats. I'm like, okay, well, now you have. Like, I don't know what you tell me. Like, but yeah, it's running around the room. And he's saying, you're sure? Like, you know, it's not, they're afraid of humans, so it's not going to, like, touch you or get on your bed or anything. And I'm like, okay, well, it's like running around our floor like it's having no issues at all. While he's trying to convince me that the situation is okay and me not really biting and him saying like, well, it's afraid of you. It's not going to get on your bed or anything.
Yeah, and he tried to pull like, are you sure your wife's not overreacting?
Yeah, like that whole kind of thing. And then Maddie comes down while he's trying to be like, it's okay. They're afraid of humans. It's not going to get on your bed. And Maddie's like, well, I just came down because the rat ran across the headboard of the bed while I was on the bed.
I sit down on the bed and immediately it comes up on the headboard right next to me so fast. It took everything in me not to scream. It's like 1 a.m. too. Okay, I lose it. And I immediately go out the door. I grab what clothes I can because I know it's on the headboard. Grab the clothes that I can, run out of the room to the shared bathroom in just my sweater, book it out of there, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get dressed out there. Like if someone sees me, whatever, I have no shoes on, I'm in just a sweater, I go out there, I put my clothes on in the shared bathroom, and then I go downstairs, still like really not even that dressed. I go down there and I'm like, yeah, it just ran across the headboard. And yeah, I can't sleep with that.
Even then, you still had it like it wasn't that big of a deal.
Well,
and I'm like, I refuse to be gaslighted right now. Like, it is not okay to have rats, mice, whatever, running on your bed, on your floor at a hotel. Like, it's just not okay. Call me picky, whatever. I don't think that's okay.
First of all,
for
at
an
that
over budget
size of hotel. On the second floor.
Yeah. So we started calling around, and a lot of these places now are like self-check-in hotels. So we had to find a place that actually had someone there. 1 a.m. we found a really nice hotel.
It was so nice.
It was like a couple $100 more, which now thinking about it is not that much, like compared to
whatever
the gap in difference between Rat Hotel with a shared bathroom versus a really nice upgraded.
We'll insert the videos here too. Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was so nice. It was a little bit further out, so we did have to catch an Uber to get into town, but it was worth the slightly more cost. We wish we would have just done that at the beginning. Yeah. Honestly, the being slightly more out of the city, I think it was like a 5-10 minute drive further out.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal. It ended up being way better, and the trip was a positive experience.
Yeah, so it was a crazy night, crazy story. It's funny now to talk about it, so I guess we got a good experience. We'll tell our future kids and everything.
The rats in Amsterdam.
Be careful if you want.
Don't stay at the flipper.
First of all, do visit Amsterdam. We loved it.
And we'll share a link for the hotel that was seriously a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That you should stay at.
Brand new.
Good location, brand new, no concern. I remember we went to sleep, and it was, first of all, just the most comfortable bed ever.
The best night of
It was
our
like
lives.
Luxury.
But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching the video, for supporting.
Hope you
travels.
learned some things from us about Amsterdam.
It was a very great experience altogether. That night was whatever, but Amsterdam has a special place in our hearts now.
Yes.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and keep up to date because we have lots more travels coming up.
Our next video will be Paris.
But yeah, we'll see you in the next video, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.